Alrighty guys, last pass. Will we make a full bale? I'm at 46 right now. It's basically a single swath. I don't think we'll get a full bale. 48, 50, 50 inch so far. We might make 52 or 54. 52. Oh, 54. That's her. There's a couple of stragglies to pick up that the wind blew around. It's 1 o'clock. 1:02 to be exact. Crap. Tying. Anyway, once I get this bale out of here, I'll bring you guys back and we'll find out what the final count is in this field. There's quite a few bales out here, so we'll talk to you later. There's CP. And that's what the field looks like. So we started baling out here last night. It was after 9 o'clock. It was like 9:30 or so. Blew the bearing there at 11:30, quarter to 12. There, pickups up. Quarter to 12. Then ran to the city, picked up parts, got back out here. New bearings. Got going again. It was 11 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock now, so 4 hours to bale off 41 acres. So yeah, like 2 hours last night, 2 hours today. And we made 105. That last bale was not right full. And before we had 43 and a half. So let's put the two halves together. So 105 and 40, what the hell's that? 145 and 3.5, 148, basically 149 bales in this field. Can't complain with that. On 41 acres, that's over 3 bale an acre. And now I'm going to take this baler home and we're going to do some minor repairs on it. Talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, so what I think is this isn't very heavy steel here, right? And for this bearing, this roller, this bearing, the bolts are literally just welded to the back side of this plate. You can see them right there. You see that right there? So, and it's cracked up here, I see. And it's got a little crack right there. So when it's running, this thing is flexing back and forth like this. And if you pop your friggin' lock collar off, then you'll blow up your bearing. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm not taking the roller out. I'm going to leave the roller in. But I'll try back grinding this crack and this crack a little bit. I'll weld it, and then, and I don't know why they didn't do it at factory. I guess they figure, oh, this is plenty strong enough. But when you're running 1800, 2000 PSI on these belts. That's a lot of pressure in my eyes. So I think what I'm going to do, I made these, they're not heavy. It's just 1/8 flat plate. And I'm going to weld that fucker in there like that. The chaff can still bounce out because there's a hole there and then the hole in the front. And that'll help reinforce this. It'll be reinforced to the sidewall over here. I think that would be a good idea. Because I've always had trouble with this bearing for as long as we've had this baler. We did not buy this fucker new, but I've always had trouble with this one. I've replaced pretty much all the bearings in this baler, but this one has always given us grief. So if I weld that in there, kind of like so, and then one over here, kind of like that, then that should really help, I think. So I got to get the grinder. We'll clean this, get the paint off of here so we can get a good weld in, and back grind these cracks a little bit so we could lace a bead in there. And then we should be good to rock and roll for the next 100+ acres that are laying on the ground. Anyway, I'll get that done and we'll talk to you guys after. Alrighty, there we go. Quick little fix. It's not the exact right paint, but I had just a slight hint of McCormick red and then some kind of deeper metallic red. That's what went on here. The McCormick red here. But a little bit of paint just is better than no paint at all, I think. So we got her, that plate welded in, that plate welded in. So now we just got to give her a test drive. But I'm sure it'll be a hell of a lot better than it was. Now the other thing I got to do, because I'm having trouble seeing this roller. It's kind of sun bleached and grayish color. That one's no problem. It's bright white. And basically what happens is there's a hole in it right there. That one you can see the hole right there. So when that hole is spinning, you know your twine is flowing. But this one I have trouble seeing it. So I'm going to pull him off and we're going to spruce him up with some white paint so it's easier to see. But other than that, I'm going to let you guys go. And hopefully we're back at her baling here this evening. Talk to y'all later. Well, we just got moved into this field. You guys remember when I cut it and baled the opening rounds? So she's pretty fucking dry. The wind yesterday, it was too goddamn wet. Today, it's gonna be a while before I start baling. But you would think that the rake is knocking the leaf right off. But it's not. See that? It's all attached still. It just needs to toughen up real good for baling. I wish she would lift the machine every time she turns, but she don't. And that's partially why we do 8 rounds. Give her more room to turn so it's not so hard on the machine, not so hard on the rake. Lots of the leaf that you're seeing getting stirred up is the stuff that fell off the bottom of the plants. It's this. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. We'll talk to y'all later. Oh my god, guys. These are some monster fucking swaths, like right here. Don't get me wrong, it might be a bit of a bag picking it up, because we just got a standard pickup. We don't got an extra sweep. It's not an extra wide. It's just as wide as the chamber. It's not like a fucking 6.5 or 7 foot wide pickup. And these are some big guys right here. But this stuff, the last 2 days of wind, like the wind yesterday and the wind today, this afternoon, it dried this shit right down to a friggin' popcorn fart. Like, I'm not gonna be able to bale this shit until, to start baling, fuck, I'm gonna say somewhere around, at this point, 10 or 11 o'clock. It's around 9, quarter after 9 right now. It's that fucking dry. And I don't want to pulverize the friggin' stuff. So, yeah. Because with the round baler, with the compaction of making a nice solid bale, you do kind of beat the fuck out of the crop if it's super dry. So I told CP if she wants, she can make a couple, 3, 4 more passes, and then when I do come out here, it's it'll be, I'll have a lot to do. I'm gonna guess she's gonna run right around that damn close to 3 bale an acre. So yeah, we'll be busy. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. Whether we get baling tonight or not, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Ugh, shit, sorry. We'll talk to you later. Alrighty guys, well, 10 p.m. and we're just starting. And it's still dry. But you gotta start fucking somewhere, right? And there's a big ugly fucking pile. There we go. So now there's a slight chance, like 40% chance, of 1 or 2 mils of rain about 2 o'clock in the morning. So if I can get everything baled up that CP raked up this evening, that would be great. And then once we get to that stuff she never raked, that could very well be the deciding factor if I keep baling tonight or not. Like, chances are 1 or 2 mils for how dry this shit is could be just about bang on what I need to get the moisture back on the plant to help hold it all together good and proper, so I don't hammer the fuck out of it. I missed a bit here, so that's why I'm turning around. Drop this stuff right here. Anyway, zeroed out the counter right there. So I guess let's get, oh boy, let's get at her and see how things go. Talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, well, she's pushing 1 o'clock in the morning. It's still dry. I don't know if you can make it out, but right there's a little bit of a pile of chaff. It's sorry, I'm just watching my baler. Yeah, it never did toughen up. Toughened up a little bit in the low spots, like right here in front of us. Spots like this I have to watch so I don't plug up my pickup, because it's a little on the too tough side. But basically, for 90% of the field, it's still way too damn dry. So, how's it running at this point? Well, part of my problem is because it's dry. We're kind of breaking it up a little bit as we're ingesting it into the baler. We've made 54 bales. There's about 12 rows left. After this one, there'd be 11. CP was out here raking. She came back out about 11:30 and raked the rest of the field. So it's all raked, the whole damn field. So I figure we're going to be running about another 40-ish bales and we'll be done. So she's not going to run as heavy as I was hoping. But we'll take the good with the bad and hope for the best. If it was all like this right here in front of me, that would have been friggin' awesome. But there is spots where it's lighter. You guys saw that when we were cutting. So, yeah. See the pile of chaff? For 1 o'clock in the morning, that's not necessarily what a guy wants to see. You would expect me to be in bed because it's way too wet, but it's not happening. I'm going to be out here for a couple more hours yet. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. We'll talk to y'all, I don't know, tomorrow or when I'm done the field. How's that? See you then. Well, she's 5 minutes after 3 a.m. It's been a long day. But this field is almost done. Bear with me, boys and girls. We're heading into the last pass. And this will probably be like, I don't know, half a bale. What are we going to get out of here? It's finally to the point where it's not chaffing really bad. Finally. 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's finally not chaffing really bad. Friggin' crazy. The dew never did come on. Shit. Yeah, the dew never did come on. What do you do, right? What do you do? This is not going to be a full bale. It's going to be about 58 inch. That's what she said. But anyway. That's it, all done. We'll hit that wrap button. Started, both sides. See that little wheel spinning? That's the right side. That's the left side. You want to make sure those wheels are spinning when you're running twine. If you're not running twine, then you look through that hole and you can see the net going on. But anyway, and then when it stops, you got to make sure that that wheel is stopped and that one is stopped, because if they're not, generally what happens, you end up with a little bit of thick, stocky stem or something that could go in the knife, and the knife will clamp down on that thicker alfalfa stem or whatever, and it won't cut the fucking twine. It just keeps applying. So you got to stop and get out and make sure you're good to rock and roll. Oh shit! Bales. How many? 96. Plus 53 from before. Stop that. Lift that. There we go. So 65 times 2. Well, 60 times 2 would be 120. So that'd be 120 bales. 2 bales an acre on 60 acres would be 120. This is 65, so that's 130 bales. And we had 95, and we had 53 from before, so that's 148. 148. So just a smidge over 2 bale an acre is what we ended up getting out of here. I guess that's not terrible, but just about 150, where last year it was like 201. So yeah, what do you do? Grin and bear it. Keep on going. We got, oh boy, as of right now we've got 55-60 acres of those weeds. I suspect about a bale and a half an acre on that alfalfa grass and weed mix. And then we've also got another 20 acres of that grass alfalfa mix, the pasture type blended stuff. So we still got 55, 20, about 75 fucking acres to bale. So not bad. Tomorrow I'll be working on this field here, this 55 acres of weeds. Might as well finish everything in this neck of the woods before we move 1.5 miles to a different location. Anyway, there's my chariot that's gonna take me home. So I'll let you guys go, and we'll see you tomorrow.